Okay, so this mini lecture is looking at the review packet for our Learning Check number 2. So Learning Check number 2 will happen this Thursday. And I've basically just banged up this practice worksheet to give you guys just a little bit more practice time with the specific sections that that will be covered in order on the learning check. So section 1 on the learning check will be sentence corrections. So you'll be looking for errors within the sentences. 10 points will be allotted to this section. So I've given you 3 practice sentences here and told you how many mistakes are in each of the sentences. Now I'll just let you know that as we're advancing the level of difficulty of our work, some of the mistakes or errors might even be logical ones. They might be word choice issues, words that don't seem to make sense, for example. So they're not all just pure grammar issues. So you have to read and think carefully for these. So obviously, we've only got 3 here. There'll be probably even more questions on the learning check on Thursday, because obviously 10 points. Probably be attaching 2 points to each sentence. So you'll be looking at probably doing 5 sentences on the test. They won't be the sentences here. This is just for practice, obviously, right? Okay, section 2, this is where you get a chance to show me your ability to write your own sentences. You're looking at your creative generation here. So I've given you 3 practice examples telling you the structure that I'd like you to use, and then also the transitional words that you should use to make those structures happen. Again, 10 points will be on the learning check on Thursday, so there will be 5 sentences instead of 3, but again, this is just the practice. So then section 4, we're working with a new skill. We've been studying paraphrasing. So I will be asking you to paraphrase a number of chunks from the short stories we've been working with. So I've given you the opportunity here again to go ahead and start your paraphrasing practice with some of these examples. So again, you'll see this section's quite beefy here. There's 15 points up for grabs on the learning check. So you'll probably be looking at paraphrasing 5 different little chunks, and each one of them will be worth 3 points. Then on the second page here, we're looking at the paragraphs that are attached to the learning check. So the first one will be a 3-window analysis paragraph. That'll be marked out of 7.5 points. And here is an example of an essay question that might show up. Write a 3-windowed analysis paragraph about the story The Hasty Hike of Fujisan. Make sure that you address level 1, level 2, and major themes in your tiered analysis. Also, you must include at least 3 APA citations in the form of triads of support to get full marks. This paragraph should be 200 to 400 words in length. So again, it's an open book test, right? So I can't stop you from using all the resources at your disposal. So obviously you're going to want to have the story opened right in front of you. And what you're noticing is that because so much of this learning check is directly focused on the work that we've already done, as you're moving through your review cycle right now over the next few days, I really recommend rereading all of the short stories that we've already studied, because we're closing off our short story unit, right, and we're moving forward into the novel study unit. So you can guess that there will be a focus on those short stories in this learning check. Okay, finally, we're looking at the section 5, which is a compare and contrast paragraph. So obviously, you right away, the alarm bells should be going off. Oh, I need to open up my notebook and find my list of comparison and contrast cues, right? We've done a whole, we've really practiced this method quite a bit. So you should have that list of those transitional tools that mark similarity and mark difference right in front of you while you're writing this paragraph. So again, 7.5 points are up for grabs here. Now, just a reminder, these are just example questions. The question that you see on the test might be different. It'll be the same type of a question, the same wording, but it might be slightly focused on a different story or on a slightly different angle. But I just wanted to give you an opportunity to look at what the questions will be like. And I encourage you to go ahead and work your way through these example questions, and then you can submit it to me, and I will mark them and give you feedback. Now, this should be done today or tomorrow, because obviously the learning checks on Thursday, so I need time to be able to mark it if you want to get feedback from your efforts. So finally, let's just read through the prompt here. Write a compare and contrast paragraph or CNC paragraph that compares and contrasts the level 2 story elements that are utilized in any two of the short stories that we have studied thus far. Your paragraph must be 200 to 400 words in length and must include at least 3 APA citations to support your idea development. Okay, so that's a very quick look at the 5 sections that will be on Thursday's learning check number 2. Now, final note, work your way through this, review the concepts. You should be doing spaced review with your study cards, and good luck. I look forward to receiving your submissions, and hopefully I'll be able to do a fairly quick turnaround on the marking so that you can get some meaningful feedback.